Alright, we're back. I did just record a video about 10 minutes earlier, different topic, but I'm going to start serious. Not a new idea. This is basically a rip-off of I got Devon from Maze of Torment's idea, but I find it interesting. Interesting to like see people's collections. So we're going to go through death metal, A to Z, or as many of the letters as I've got. There are some bands that are more... as it goes on, there are some bands I've included and some bands I've left out. Kind of death metal is a very broad genre point for this, but makes sense where's the thing goes. So let's start with A. The first big band of the collection. This is going to go through A to about A and then S. Well, more in the AS section being Asphyx. That will be the next video. But I want to start off with this stack. And we're not going to sit here for an hour and talk about fucking albums we've talked about a million times. We're going to kind of speed run some of these and then just look at artworks. It's fucking brutal and shit. But let's start off. So this is... Oh, I couldn't even tell you what year. This is an early... Oh no, 2001, okay. This is a very early Aborted album. Obviously, Aborted is from Belgium. Kind of more brutal. I guess they get lumped into a deathcore sound now, but I've always thought they had some really cool shit. This is a Listenable Records one. This is Engineering the Dead. I couldn't tell you what album number this was. Maybe 2000, maybe third or fourth. Maybe it goes back in before that. Wouldn't have a clue. Alright, what do we got here? We got Banger. We've got the Nail Through a Cunt song. Skullfuck Crescendo. No, Skullfuck Crescending. Exhuming the Infested. Aborted is a fun time. I mentioned Aborted a bunch of times on the channel, and I will continue. So these next few are Listenable Records. Really good reissue label, I have to say. This is Gormageddon. This is, I think, maybe 2003? I won't even tell you what up. Okay, so the fun part about this one is this has got Dirk Van Buren. He now plays in Megadeth. He is famous for the Dirk Blast. Played for many years in Soilwork. Plays in a bunch of bands with Shane Embrick. He's just an all-round fucking legend. What do we got on this one? Ooh, Parasitic Flesh Resection. That's a banger. This has got some of the Hematobic EP. Maybe it's all of it, I'm not really sure. No, these Listenable Records, I grabbed them off... These Listenable Record ones I grabbed off direct merch. I'm still missing a few Aborted. I love the Purity of Perversion one. And maybe if they did the demo, that's good. Maybe that was the demo, I don't know, I can't really remember. There's so many goddamn death metal bands out there. No, let's continue with maybe my favourite. This is definitely like the album I really just randomly gravitated towards after getting into the next one. What do we got on this? Yeah, Sven's been kind of like the main... He's always been the main guy. This was 04, 05 material. The Archaic Abattoir. This has got some stuff. I've always wondered were the samples legally allowed. That's being from the fantastic movie American Psycho. And this has also got some of the Hematobic EP release stuff. So I think maybe between this and this, you've got all the material. No, going to recommend a song. I'm going to go with Cold Logistics Slaughter. Love this. I just love this artwork. Even though this seems to be one of their lower rated albums, I don't know, I've always just had this weird soft spot for it. Alrighty, let's continue. So Yeah, if you can get these listenable ones, I highly recommend them. Great quality digipacks, booklets, usually come with bonus stuff or live material. Alright, let's go 2011 with Global Flatline. If you watched the previous video, you know I went in depth with this one, so we're not going to do that. It's got some sick art. Global Flatline is a banger. This was my introduction, really. For big song, we'll go with the Killinger Theory. I don't know, I can't even say that fucking word. Of Scars and Boils is another one, and of Fecal Forgery. It's always a song about shit, apparently. Okay, so this was my first album cycle from them, 2014. We've got the Necrotic Manifesto. They've always had really good artwork. I think Sven's pretty much like a lot of the reason why that's a thing. Anything cool in here artwork wise? No, not really. Just average art. Was there anything special about this CD? Like live material? Okay, so some dude from the Acacia Australia, I don't listen to that poser shit, and Wormed, who I've never really gotten into, was done by the guy who did Global Flatline, Gormageddon, which would make things a bit obvious. This is cool. Also done with the guy who does the art for Immolation and Pathology. And if it's the American Pathology from California, that's a really fucking good band. Actually, you know what? That makes sense looking at this, thinking about Pathology art. Okay, so this is purely... Why is this... Did this come out after or before? What the fuck? Okay, we've somehow found a way to fuck things up already. So, we've got Global Flatline from 2016. Take my spec here. I've got the box set. The hard box one. What have we got? We've got... Came with a poster, a flag that's been hanging in my room since I got this. So it's been up there for 10 years. So we've got the CD and a digipack. These last few will be in Century Media. That's where they're signed to still. Yeah, that's right. This is when they were playing with artwork. We got the Fantastical Reanimator. We got Army of Darkness. They did a bunch of t-shirts for this stuff too. Got Ghostbusters. Oh no, sorry, Gorebusters. My mistake. Some sick brutal art there. So this, obviously at this point you like the 80s theme has come through. You can see on the art you've got one of those Nintendo glove things. The Viewmaster, you can see a Viewmaster there, I suppose. I don't know, it's always been like the 80s stuff, but now it's really coming through. So this came with a flag that's hanging up, obviously, because I really do love this art. And also came with Termination Redux EP. The gruesome new blasterpiece by Aborted. Just when you thought it was safe to go outside, I think was what they were selling this as. What do we got? It's just a couple of songs. I think it was 2 new songs and a bunch of other stuff. What do we got on this? Yeah, this is, yeah. Oh, does that carry around, does it? Okay, alright, maybe it does. No, so we got Aborted. We got a really sick box set from Century Media. I don't know if you can still get this box set. I know it's the only way you could get the Termination Redux EP. There is another EP that I'd really like to get. It's called the Bathos. It's like the barn, and it's like this. It reminds you of like some shitty. All right, if you ever watched the movie The Barn, the newer one, the second one they did, it always reminds me of that, and just reminds me of like some stupid backwoods slasher. But I love that artwork for some strange reason. Alright, let's continue. Let's go 2018 with another sick artwork. TerraVision. Ah. 30, we got a thing telling you what Century Media is releasing. Ooh. We were just coming into the Deicide Overtures of Blasphemy. Christian was releasing new stuff. Beast from Denmark, who I've never really gotten into. Yeah. They've always kind of gone out with this really fucking absurd artwork, and the t-shirts are fun. There's just there's a lot of humor in death metal, and I think they are very much. Obviously, you can see there's a very they live kind of aesthetic. Came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Rowdy Roddy Piper, as you see, it's just all classic slasher, violent, legal representation by Satan. I wonder if that's real. I guess you could, looking at this, you kind of think of something like Cthulhu mixed with like a Demogorgon from Stranger Things, but I have a feeling it was either this one or the next one. This was heavily done with, yeah, the next one definitely was, H.P. Lovecraft art, and that's always kind of been in the background of their stuff. So I'm not going to recommend a song off everyone, because some of these you've all heard, but Border's just a fucking great band. Unfairly lumped into like the deathcore thing now, which I don't think is fair, but you know what poses are like. Alright, let's go to 2021 with Maniac Cult. No, sorry. Let's go to the EP before. Le Grand Masquerade. New Tale of Maniacal Terror from Aborted, with a lovely lass upside down. Banned in at least 900 countries. I hope to God that's true. Anyway, there, artwork. I just kind of got this because it's like it was a collection piece that I wanted. I don't really need it. But yeah. Oh, that Bathos thing I mentioned. Sorry. That is a 7-inch that I don't even know if you can still get it, but I'd love to get a copy. So that is 2020, and we're going to go to the album from 2021. As you can guess, heavily inspired by Lovecraft and I think the Alien story. Oh, where are we at? Yeah, kind of artwork. I'm not going to go through everything, but it's just some of these ones are cool with the artwork. Then we're going to go to the newest one, and I want your first thoughts when you see that, and what do you think? You think Mortician? I don't know how the hell they got away with that. That's very much hacked up for barbecue. No, that's wrong. Is that right or wrong? I hacked up for barbecue artwork. So this really leans into the cliche stuff, and the problem, I do enjoy this. It's just the biggest. Yeah, they've got stuff related to the thing. I don't know what that quote is. Should do or that one. Yeah, it would be interesting. Oh yeah, that one's from the new Evil Dead Rise, which I thought was a great time, a lot of fun. They make a new one. I always thought they could really lean into like a song, or maybe even like a thing on the Event Horizon story. I think that would be interesting. I just think that would be a very interesting topic. The one from the 90s with Sam Neill and Paul W.S. Anderson did it, which apparently has a very, very fucked up cut that nobody really knows what happened to. But there's a blood orgy, and I'm going off topic. The biggest problem with this album is every song has a fucking guest. You don't need 10 fucking guests or something for a goddamn album. That's my problem with this album. Great album, and they've now moved to Nuclear Blast too, which I think is a good step for them. Not every song needs a goddamn special guest. So that's Aborted, Belgium death metal, kind of grindy in a little way in parts. So that's all I've got. There are other material I'd love to get, but I kind of got like the basis of it. So let's continue. Ooh, what alphabetical? We would now be going into. Alright, Sweden. So this is a big band. This was obviously one of my first death metal bands. I've not got everything, but I've got a lot of it. Picked up some other stuff, so we're going to go with their debut from 1995, I don't know. 1997. I was close. So we're going to go with Monomath. One's from the Golden Halls. This is just the Metal Blade 1 CD. This was before they were doing the reissues. Great album. It doesn't have the CD cut things on the back, but I got to go with Victorious March. Banger of a thing. So then they started doing like the remasters with live stuff. I think this is the Avenger from 2000. I think this is still in the 90s, and this has got one of my favorite riffs they ever did, being the last with Pagan Blood. Like, these ones are good because there's material, there's them recording the album. This is, yeah. And, there's, okay. Yeah, it's like a write-up and interviews and live pictures. Yeah, Monomath has obviously become one of the biggest, if not the biggest, death metal band in the world. I'm not talking like Cannibal Corpse level sales, because that's a different level of success, but like in terms of what they've been able to achieve in festivals and live shows across the globe, they're an important band, and I think they get often overlooked because I think they're just Viking metal. They're not really, they just have Viking themes. So we're going to go with the Crusader next. Another one of these fucking reissues. This has got bonus track. Oh, so this has got a bonus track too. This has got another one. This has got Eyes of Horror, and I'm assuming that's the Possessed cover. What are we going to go with? Risen from the Sea. That's a banger. Okay, then we've got Versus the World in this lovely digipack thing that doesn't have a fucking thing to put that on. Cunt of a thing on. So is this the one that does... Oh, I think this might be some of the stuff. So this has got a live thing from 2008, and I think this might be the live DVD for the Wrath of the Northmen. But no, Versus the World, we've got Death and Fire, Versus the World Across the Rainbow Bridge. Just, I've always loved this art. Like, I think that's very, very, very cool art. It's a good time. Fate of Norn's my favourite. Monomath, the most important one for me as a fan. Great art. Pursuit of the Vikings, classic. I've mentioned that in the video previous. We've got With Odin on Our Side. Very underrated in my opinion. Prediction of War, God of War Arise. Cry the Blackbirds. I think it was an interesting step between this and what came after. We got that. Then we've kind of got like the fan favorite. This has got a live DVD, it's Summer Breeze as well, 2007. This is the... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you what it was. Twilight of the Thunder Gods, 2008. Banger album, Guardians of Asgard. I think this is the one with LG on it. No Fear for the Setting Sun. Great. Then we've got Search of Rising, which I spunked the other day. Spinned is the word. Yes, it is. I was correct. So this has got a bonus DVD, and it's got 4 nights, and it's got the first 4 albums played in full in this tiny little bar, and it's just a fantastic live DVD. I think it's a lot of fun. Got a lot of great artwork. Yeah, it's just it would have been wild to see them in these sorts of shows. I have that as a t-shirt, Victory or Death. So obviously they're a mainstay of Metal Blade, all of these are Metal Blade. Then we've got Deceiver of the Gods Digipack with the artwork. Yeah, they kind of went through a weird stage with me where I kind of fell out a little bit. Deceiver of the Gods is good. Blood Eagle is, I like the theory of what the song's about more than what it is. Then we've got Viking. I saw them in this tour. I also saw them in the Deceiver of the Gods tour. Can't believe it's been all those fucking years. What do we got? Cool artwork, but just, I don't know, like, this was a letdown for me. But it has got Doro Pesh, which is always fantastic. Then there was this one, Berserker. This is a step forward again, but I don't know. And then we've got the newest one, the Shield Wall thing. I don't know, I haven't got that one yet. What I do have is the anniversary one from 2017 when they played the main stage at Summer Breeze. Live DVD with a documentary. It is fucking fantastic. There is a version that has got... So they played the main stage on August the 17th, and then the night before, it was a surprise, but they played one of the smaller stages, but all they played was like really old stuff that weren't making it into the night. I think half the set didn't make it in the next night. And they actually fucking played The Last with Pagan Blood, which always pissed me off, but this is just a Monomarth live is a fantastical thing to watch. This is a great time with a really good documentary that 25 years of Eye and Storm, it's a great time. Okay, so let's go from Sweden to Finland. Now, some bands are not going to get all their catalogue mentioned, but I think this is an important one. It needs to be spoken about. And I think we need to talk about Amorphous with the Carillium Isthmus. This is their first album with their Privilege of Evil EP, which I think, why aren't you in the disc tray, you little shit? Which I think is their best material of the old stuff. Now, I think if my memory is correct, and I think this is this might be based in truth all on the Finnish 100-Year War. Maybe, I'm probably wrong. Or I think the Carillium Isthmus is like a very famous history book in Finland. I should know these. I'm gonna go see them in a couple of months. But no, I love this. This is closer to like an asphyxie kind of sound, more death metal, doom metal. Why aren't you doing this? I do. So this is a death metal album. They did start as a death metal album. I would have the Abhorrent stuff, but I've been able to find that here. So that's something I would like to add to the collection, because I think Abhorrence is a very important band from Finland, and I think a good stepping stone to where Amorphous would go. And their follow-up that everyone raves about that I still really can't grasp is Tales from Thousand Lakes. Plus, it has got the Black Winter Night, or Black Winter Day. Black Winter Night? It's got the EP that kind of followed that, a couple of songs of that with the, the cover with the bird and the black and the thing. No, the bird and the black and the thing. The bird, the black, the thing. No, this is another important album. I do think this is a good album. It's just never grabbed me, and I've tried so many goddamn times. But who knows? Maybe we'll get there. So a lot of this is based on. This is Sunlight Studios 1993, so that would have been made Carillion 1991, maybe 1990. I think. Well, I never know what my thought was just then. This has got a very strange cover of Light My Fire by The Doors, but they're not a death metal band now. There is some stuff in it that is kind of death metal-y, but Amorphous starting out was a death metal band, and then more a melodic death metal band. Then they kind of went the progressive thing, and what they're doing now is fantastic. Like the new album from late last year is really good. It's really fun, some good stuff. But this, especially this, is good material. If you've never heard this version of Amorphous, I think this logo is better, and I think I might fucking spin this one tomorrow too. This is Amorphous, and these are fucking death metal. So that makes that. Alright, let's continue down the rabbit hole, and let's go with more. What should come after that? Because AMRS. Okay, so you know him from Carnage. You also know that. Sorry, you know a portion of it from Carnage. You know the other half, because he's Adrian Erlandsson's brother. That being Arch Enemy. I like the stuff with Johan. I've just never really gotten CDs versions of it, but I'm a big Angela fan. I am curious about what the new material is going to be like. But so this is 2002, Wages of Sin. One of my favorites. Anthems of the Rebellion. This is another fucking banger. Doomsday Apocalypse. Sorry, Doomsday Machine. Then we've got the Rise of the Tyrant. Then we've got the Root of All Evil. And then we've got Chaos Legions. And the reason I'm not going really through these purely is because I think these are 6 albums, the great Swedish death metal, great melodic Swedish death metal. I think Angela is a fantastic singer. I think this was a very, very... I'm not a big Michael Amott Carcass fan. I think he kind of ruined Carcass for me. It was too melodic. I'm glad he wasn't glad he didn't follow through with the reunion stuff. That might be blasphemous considering everybody loves Heartwork. I think it's just okay. Necroticism is a far superior album. But I think this is where he takes his shining light, and this is what I enjoy from him. But also, obviously, what he did with Carnage was very important. I wish they would do something and kind of get back together again and play some shows, because that would be a fucking wild party. So, after they got rid of Angela, or Angela decided to leave, they decided to try a new singer. Yeah, I don't really know why I fucking bought this one. I think it was because it had the live DVD, and I just wanted that. I know there's one in Japan that I really should try and find a copy of. So this is As the Stages Burn from Vakken 2016. There's also got some stuff from Tokyo. This has got Alyssa, and thankfully she's now left the band. Oh no. Oh no, Claire. I don't know, I could never get into her in the band. It just didn't click. I didn't like any of the songs. I never liked any of the albums. There's one song that's like the Dreaming in Red riff from Dismember. It's a fucking funny thing to listen to. It's ridiculous. I don't know if it's deliberate or what. It's just fucking funny. So that's Arch Enemy. I love Angela, and Johan's a good singer. I would love to have seen him in the heyday with Angela, but obviously couldn't do that. Okay, so let's go with the last two. We got a new band, Australian band actually. We have got Ashen, and this is The Godless Oath. This is a Bitter Loss Records one. I think this was recorded in Australia. Now they've got 2 other albums, or 3. I know they had one last year. I have not heard them. You know what it's like. Bands fall into your periphery and you kind of forget. But I've always loved that artwork. Very, very Swedishy. What's the name? Yeah. No, I know if there are fans of Ashen. If any of you watch, Thralls of Metal, you know that Jammin' John's a massive fan. I think every time him and I have had a picture together, he's wearing a fucking Ashen shirt. God knows how many he actually has. But I do love that artwork. But I really need to go into the other material and spin that. Okay, now this one's a fun one. So, Volbeat, Danish band, great Danish band, very rock and roll, very Elvis, very punk rock metal. Their singer, Michael Poulsen, loves death metal and really early black metal and just like extreme stuff in general. He had a death metal band originally, and he spent years saying, "Oh, I might go back to death metal. Maybe I'll go back." He did. 2023, we got As in Hell. Impa Horror. I think that might be Danish. This is I love this album so much. The predominant stuff, you've got Michael, you've got Morten, who's played in a lot of stuff from Sweden, Denmark, sorry, and you've got Mark. And if you know anything about German, you know Morgoth, very early Morgoth, was Mark's band. Yeah, so they put this together. The minute you read, Michael Poulsen's got a death metal band, the singer from Volbeat's got a band, plays like old school death metal like Bolt Thrower, Dismember, Carcass, really fucking old school shit. You think, oh no, he's singing, but he doesn't. He just plays great riffs. I recommend this one to anyone. I think this is one of the best albums that came out in 2023. I would love to see him live. I would love more material. I know him and Michael and Morten seem to hang out all the time, just listening to records and talking about stuff. But no, As in Hell, fucking great album. And with that finishes part 1. So next up we got the A through to the B section, I think, and then we'll go from there. Coming up in the A's, we've got some Asphyx. B, we've got a band from Detroit, who you all might know. Another band from Sweden, Mexico. Another one from Chicago. I'm not trying to give him away, I'm just trying to give him little sprints. You will notice I'm missing some stuff. Trying to get death metal, like old school shit in the show is really difficult. So I kind of got to pick and choose what I can get. But no, the C one, I'm waiting on something to come tomorrow, hopefully. Some real old school English stuff. Maybe Cancer Fucking Cancer? Who knows? Remember, go fuck yourself, stay underground, don't be a dickhead, Devon.